Minecraft. As you've previously defeated the Ender Dragon, your next goal is to defeat the next boss, which you've heard rumor from the internet, and is better known as the Wither to today's standards. But what if there was not a Wither? What if you can hit a mob in Minecraft? Now please tell me you didn't find this one surprising. Anyways, today we're going to be trying to figure out if we can defeat the Wither in Minecraft without meleeing. Now, an honorable mention I would like to say is I've already attempted this challenge, but defeating the Ender Dragon instead. And if you haven't watched that video yet, you can click on the link in the description or the card on the top right of the screen. Along with that, we pretty much failed our like goal of 69 likes, and we only got 20 instead. So if somehow this video doesn't get 50 likes, I'm gonna freak out. But here are the rules. Rule number 1, I cannot directly hit a mob making it take knockback, and if I do, I must restart the run. And finally, rule 2, I must defeat a Wither with those rules applied and get the Nether star. And just like the last video, this run has a lot of clutches that save the run entirely. And just like last video, hard mode b****s. And as we load into our new world, you can see that there's nothing much so far. But as you can see, as the world illuminates, there is a village right there. And after we put our map into our offhand, we can run straight to the village and find this. But even better than that is the fact that there is a lava lake right nearby the village. And that is when I got some wood. And afterwards, I started to look for a cave, but fortunately I found a desert temple on the way. So I broke into there and landed the pause clutch, and then I found 3 diamonds in a single chest. And after getting the TNT successfully into our inventory, we can stack back up and head into the cave. And luckily that cave had lots of iron, so I immediately crafted a furnace and started my cooking session of smelting the iron. However, I do want to mention a couple things before people get mad. The mobs I encountered are easily escapable, and you don't have to hit them a single time as long as you get away from them. The only time I will tell you about the situation is if I try to kill a mob itself. And after getting some tools, I actually crafted the iron sword again, but this time in despite that I have a strategy that will immediately work. And after we're done with all that, we can safely get inside a villager house and sleep for the night. And after gathering some melons and making bread, we head down to the ocean where we pick up a water bucket and get some gravel with some flint. Afterwards, the flint and steel is mine, and we head back to the village. And from there, we make the fletching table and break every single other villager's job until they become the Fletcher dude, in which we trade a couple stacks of sticks for emeralds. However, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a loom by getting a bookshelf, by getting books, and I need leather for that, which is why I have a bow to shoot some cows. And after shooting only a few of them, we have the necessary leather to create that one bookshelf. While I was looking for the next ingredient, I shot a cow. And after looking around for some sugarcane, we finally have enough to craft the 3 books that we needed. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to plant them instead. And whilst hoping they would grow, I found a shipwreck and looted it and got a lot of loot from it, but came back and saw no growth, so I broke them, went back to the village, and slept another night. And after planting my small portfolio of sugarcane, I waited for it to grow, and whilst doing that, I did some questionable things like get some wheat and turn them into bone meal, which I did not have to do. Or so was it. After that, I grew 2 sugarcane and broke the middle part of them, giving me 4 sugarcane pieces. But then I got bored and then broke some sugarcane anyways because it was taking way too long whatsoever, so now we move on. Unfortunately, during the crafting process, the recording cut out, and I tried fixing it for multiple minutes, but when it was fixed, everything was going wrong. Okay, but the lectern's still mine. But before I could place it, I saw a full chain zombie chasing some villagers, so what I tried doing to kill them is light them on fire. And it did eventually work. At this point, you might be wondering why I need a lectern, but the reason why is because I need a looting book. And after finally getting the librarian on our side, we can let rest stay on our side. And once again, like the last video, trading took a very long time, and this one takes even longer, so I'm sparing you by showing only 6 minutes, a sped up version. But let's answer this question real quick. What do I need the lectern for after all? Well, that's exactly what the sword is for, but for an entirely different reason. Because there is a big glitch that defies the looting enchantment. If you have looting 3 on your sword, put it right next to your bow, and use that bow to kill the animal, but right before the arrow hits the animal, switch back to the sword. And as you can see, the mob drops are larger. Instead of giving me just 2 leather, it gave me 4. So what does this have to do with looting? Well, wither skeletons usually have a 2.5% chance of dropping a skull, but with the strategy we use with looting 3, normal or not, gives us an 8.5% chance to get a skull. And after upgrading our bow a little more, it is time to go to the Nether once and for all. And as we spawn in, we are actually pretty damn lucky. And of course, I didn't get lucky for the first few.
Oh! No, 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 no! How did I juke?
It took a lot of effort to kill a lot of those skeletons until we finally got the one.
Yes! Oh!
And with one skull into our position, we return to the overworld to restock on food, as it is indeed daytime. And I put a skull in one of my chests I previously placed down. Then it was more wither skeletons, and in a matter of minutes, I got my second skull.
Oh, yes! Making more progress, Matt. Look at this. Second wither skeleton skull.
I went back to the overworld again to restock on arrows and sleep for the night, because it was indeed nighttime out there. And frankly enough, that really just took a little while. But not so much for the skull, as it only took around 3 minutes to get one.
Final one! Let's go. Did the other one drop one? Nah.
We can get out of the Nether and sleep for the night and prove that it is possible to get all 3 wither skulls without meleeing. But I do know what question is on everybody's mind. What do we do from here? This is because after you complete the first phase of the wither, you cannot shoot arrows at anymore, making it clearly impossible to defeat the wither without meleeing. Or is it? Because according to this game, apparently for some reason, healing potions can go through the wither's second phase, hurting him some more. But to kill him with healing 2 potions, we only need 19 of these, but just in case I missed, I would need a lot more than that. So what I did is I went to the dodged attempt to get a lot of glass bottles, and most of all, glistering melons. Wish me the best of luck. And after getting all of our potions ready, we can finally summon the Wither. Oh boy, it is time. Shooting it down is not a problem. In fact, I did almost run out of arrows, but barely got him into his second phase. And the healing potions seemed to be working real well until I died, and I did not have a fun time. When I got back, all my stuff was gone, and I lost almost all of my potions once and for all. But this isn't the end of the battle. And not even close. My next thought was taking the Iron Golem with me on this battle, and it worked, slightly. He does engage in the battle, but as soon as the Wither does his dash attack to go straight past him, the Iron Golem dies due to the Wither effect. But that will never stop me. Once I perished again, I crafted a shovel and started heading that way. And seriously, if you don't know what that way means, just look at the damn screen. If you don't know where I'm going with this, let me give you a prime example. In the last run that I did, I used snowballs to attract a fireball, killing the ghast in the process, and that lets me escape the Nether. My thought is that snowballs can do that to the wither projectiles as well, specifically the blue ones that fire out on the 4th shot. So I got a lot of snowballs, packed them all into my inventory, took multiple runs there and back, and this is what I got.
Please! We're one hit away. We're one hit away.
Has this ever been done before? Well, who would have ever done this challenge? Like, no one should. But this is the Wither's last face-to-face on this challenge.
Ruby!
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Okay. Oh god, okay. Yes! Yes!
Oh, we didn't get to see it explode.
We didn't get to see it explode, but we do get to see the Nether star that pops out of it. And there it is. Run over. And I'm being hit. I don't care. Oh my god, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
And you didn't think it was possible. It is. It just took a pretty damn long time. That took me like 4 hours to do.
Well, yep, that's about it. If this video gets 50 likes, I will do another challenge like this, because as before, this only took a couple hours. This time it took 4.5, just about. And consider subscribing if you want. Don't make it your first priority, though. On screen right now is a playlist of all the challenges I did as of today, and you should go watch all of them, and I'll see you in the next challenge video.